So we come to at the beginning to trauma, to the interference, to grant and to receive the Kazore, or the initiation. For not doing that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, so tonight, sorry, this Obama detention too. So, attaining the detention, the blissful realm, Amitabha Pure Land. Detention too, but then it was elaborated, and also the long life pill and long life nectar, the end. Also, long life initiation control arm is done and elaborated. So that so I received this from Judge General, from whom His Holiness Tenzin received many initiations, and then also Wang Jianru Tengwa, that the received in Tibet from another Lama. Also, so I took the idea is that good attention to propagate that initiation that Deputy Ratur had before, but never requested. So it passed away a long time ago. So the Giluba doesn't have that. In India, didn't have it. But in Tibet, only the Laran Pechil was one geshe, one old geshe had 50, but not all the rest. So, so the idea is I sponsor. So requesting then because I received initiation much early before from Church, also from whom His Holiness to the Satya Lamde teachings, the initiations and the from His Holiness Church. So received, I think maybe 2 or 3 times. Each time maybe 10 or 15, something like that. In Nepal about that, but didn't get to continue with it. Yeah, didn't get to continue. then later become all age aspect, and then maybe receive one in each year or something. But did promise, but didn't happen to rent from my side, so it was passed away. They for the sentencings and like that should benefit it all. So then I received the initiation from the with the Lama Ishi, who took care of me for many years. I had an idea maybe to ask the 13 Golden Dharma from his own sketches, so didn't research, but thought like that. So I asked His Holiness Dalai Lama. So His Holiness said, well, why not do some just that? But so I did request and received, but didn't receive three things. One is Kurukuli, one is the Ganapati, one is the Togyal. Three at once and didn't receive because it was kept very secret. But of course I received them. His Holiness but I received from His Holiness seven century who is in Dharma's century in Tibet. Not actual teacher, but helping in the education. But in India, which took commentary of the Lamb of the Path during that winter, and maybe, I don't know, one initiation or not. Something to another commentary also. Like that. So I received from His Holiness 7th century, which Sugajaza and Rindujaza, that's hundreds of initiations. Grant very quickly in the Carbon. So but there was a need to take initiation again from His Holiness side. The Ganapati I received already, but there was need to receive again. So then that was the first initiation. Then started like that. So it's not regard very secret, so don't give to public, so something like that. So received Ongten Ritangwa from Rinpoche, the ones that initiation that Gelugpa has, that Rinpoche didn't give it, but only the ones, typical ones are Gelugpa doesn't have it, Rinpoche gave as sponsor, they can put the other lamas and the geshes and things like that. And so the I received this initiation from Jabse Kathar Church in Rinpoche. So Rinpoche gave in Boston. So I flew from from California, from Bachar Center. From there, I went around to Boston. Rinpoche was there, and Rinpoche gave on the chair. This initiation you don't give from throne, sit on throne. Why? Because this initiation was given to Rinpoche by Tujun Rinpoche, the head of the Nyingma sect. He gave. So when he gave, probably he received this initiation by sitting on the chair by his guru. it was Syrian chair. So there was some auspiciousness, then there was auspiciousness. I think to go to Pure Land, Amitabha Pure something, to I guess maybe similar as a Metia Buddha, the one standing, not completely standing, but the the one holy feet down. I think yeah. So that's sort of auspicious to you see to yes kind of to go to Pure Land to Shida. So easily sort of some auspicious for that. I think so. I think might be something similar like that. I think so. Rambich gave to just to me, Boston on the chair. So that Rambich explained. Get you to him, which gave the initiation by sitting on chair. So okay, so I will have forgotten the original story from the sutra. The Buddha's name. Anyway, the Amitabha Pure Land. That's that's unimaginable. The whole thing, the unconceivable. Unimaginable discovery. Oh, beauty, the enjoyment of them. But you see, it's not the devil realm. It's not devil realm. Not like that. You know, old God, Deva, Asura, devil realm. You see, I mean, the most developed country in the world, you see, that's nothing compared to devil realm. That is the extremely primitive. For human being, it's the most developed, but for them it's extremely primitive. So it's hardly anything compared with them. This not Pure Land. This the sounds. Yesterday, Sura, Asura, 6 realms. Samsara. There's the realm. There's that. You know, unbelievable. So the Kasura. So, I mean, it's all didn't come from didn't come from its own side. It came from mind. For example, this place where we are, how it appears to the human being is what we see. What appears to us now, here, green with green trees, flowers, and clean and kind of like that. We see. I mean, the house and so like that. Well, that's what appears to us and what we see for our mind. But the predators, they don't see this. What appears to us, what we see, the hungry ghosts, predators, they don't see this. For them, is kind of very, very, very ugly. They don't see green field or green trees, or that don't. That's all. Even that tree, but it's a log of trees burned by fire, in the log standing, so very sad, very depressed place, and no green. It's a copper place, and it appeared to them, and they see the copper place. And, even the moon is hot for them. Easy for the predators, so that they're hot, burning, hot, very hot, copper place. So that was that very depressed place. You see where we are now. This how it appeared to predators, so that it's come from their mind. They don't have a merit karma. They don't have karma to appear and to see like we see. Kind of nice, beautiful, but they don't see. They're now devils. In their view, this what appears to us, what we see, this kind of very combat devils. And then what appears, what they see is unbelievable slash event, and incredible. Jewel such a mention or something unbelievable. Do they merit to the karma? So they have more karma, more good karma. So they create. So it's the result of the past merit or what they planted. So due to the result, then they have such like that appearance, and this is how they see. So we don't have that. We did have a collective merit, but only what appears to the human beings, and say, what do you see? Yes. So like that. So one bowl in mathematical teachings, one bowl liquid. So when the predator being for the predator being, it appears passing blood. Don't have merit to see water, to appear water, to see water. But we have karma, more merit to appear water, to see water. But about devas, and it appears nectar, and they see nectar. Not nectar what Buddha see, what appears Buddha, not down. That is due to that what appears is that the most pure nectar, the infinite bliss, non-dual, infinite, that what appears to Buddha, what Buddha sees like that, and with the experience like that. But so, by ceasing the non-gross subtle obscuration, no dualistic mind, no dualistic view. So, because that. So there was there's some kind of being. So, but then compared to us, then they see because for the time being, because so much merit, more merit that they have. So while they're experiencing that, enjoying that, then they appears nectar, and they see nectar, all like that. You see, but much more incredible, much more sensual pleasure than much unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, 100,000 times much more pleasure or things like that. So there's all to do with the coming from mind, coming from the mind. So we have to understand the science, the evolution, the creation of mind, how everything came from the mind is like that. The creation of mind came from mind, created by mind, so like that. So this way, Buddha's teaching. Then you see the explanation like this, and the very scientific. So therefore, in Buddhism, you see, it makes you realize how we are so fortunate, unbelievable freedom we have. It's up to you. See, what do you want, hell? What do you want, enlightenment? What do you want, samsara? What do you want, nirvana? What do you want, problem? What do you want, happiness, every life? It's all totally up to your mind. Totally up to your mind, in your hand. Totally, it is in your hand. You see, you have to know that. You have to know that. Buddhism teaches that. And she gives that logical understanding. Logical understanding, not just blind faith. Logical understanding. So it's very scientific. That you see, so like that. You relate to the experience, not just blind faith. Not just, you don't just you have to believe, but very scientific. That we proved. So their experience. So more you learn Buddhism is that you realize you have more freedom. You have more freedom in your life. So not difficult to achieve enlightenment, not difficult to achieve nirvana, not difficult to achieve happiness. So it's totally up to your mind, how you use your mind. And if you think correctly, if you think a positive way, then you achieve happiness. If you think a negative way, you have suffering. It's just the same day, same hour, same minute, same second is like this. So question. If you think in the wrong way, yes, suffering. If you think a positive way, correct way, but so the happiness. All like that. Happiness to you, happiness to others. All like that. No need to depress, no time for depress, no space for depress in your mind. More you learn the Buddhism, so like that. Nothing exists from its own side. Nothing exists from, nothing is there. Existing from its side, nothing there. This is all created by mind, temporary mind. So therefore, you see, what do you see, good or bad? It all depends on how you think. You see, if you think in a positive way, you see good. If you think in a negative way, you see. You think in a negative way, wrong way, then you see suffering. So you see. Undesirable, so like that. Many times, so usually that's how it is. That's how our mind creates. That's how our mind creates. For example, as I said, so you see, how it is created by your mind, came from your mind. The appearance, good and bad. So, you see, So you interpret positive, good, that's good. And then you see your mental level of everything. Yeah, one thing that puts that. So in the past, you see, you think got a positive way, virtual way, so you get good karma. So as a result, then now you see after desirable or beautiful form, beautiful sound, beautiful smell, good smell, beautiful smell, beautiful, good smell, good taste, and so the six sense objects are good, and then what mind thinks also good, six senses, good, you see, so the result of past good karma, which is created by your mind, not created by God or Buddha or not, you see, by your mind, positive mind is in the past. So that totally came from your mind. So that kind of thing. Then other one is for example, the Buddha said, you see, chunam senji chebade, senji zoshi mundudro. The phenomena is created by the mind. Chunam senji chebade, senji zoshi mundudro. How then senji zoshi mind is the principle. Mundudros, that goes before the action of body and speech. And this can be said also mind too. So, even the action of mind, but there's a motivation before that. Call this, that example, call this Samsung Tonani, missing channel, mita. Dewa just down it. Religious tradition, so example. So, call this Santang Ton example by with good heart, you see, with good heart, think about to benefit to that person, to cause happiness to that person. You see, matching China with a good heart, then you talk to that person with a good heart, for the motivation, then you talk to that person, to help the person to benefit. I can accept them, matching China, so after that, what comes as a result? Happiness. With a good heart, then you talk to the person, you see. Then what comes, the result from that is happiness, result happiness. Medicine China, so wherever the body goes, the dead and the shadow goes, you see. So that wherever there's a good karma, that's the result of happiness all the time. That is the example. Buddha, the heaps of Dharma, the Tsong said, Buddha, Dharma, Buddha, what's it called in the English? Dhammapada. So then, so that's the example. Then it's similar, Shunam Sengi Cheva, the phenomena is created by the mind. That nominium, the short nomine is phenomena is created by the mind. Sin the mind is the principle, the motivation, the mind principle, Montetrust goes before, and then can they sing a tone? If by singing bad heart, bad heart, singing bad mind, by generating bad mind, and the singer on them, then you talk to the person, like to harm that person or something, something negative, I don't know. Can they sing it on the meeting channel, if you talk to that person, and dumal then it comes out from that, then dumal suffering. Language as colors and the example, then the Indian, Nepal, and so forth, those or the primitive countries, then we see the use animal. You see language of the ox, the had to carry the ox carried. Then so such a heavy load, unbelievable irons and many pipes, irons, all the such a heavy load, then had to pull out. So energy they can't walk, they can't stand up, or otherwise they get beaten all the time. They can't express. They can't express what they want, somebody suffering and so forth. All the things they can't express, like human beings can't express. So until they kind of couldn't get up or couldn't, so like that, they get beaten. Doesn't matter how much suffer, how much hunger does all that, tiredness. So, to answer the so that example was given. So that, so that can be next hour, next minute, it can happen like that, the same day. But also billion, zillion, trillion, numberless eons between the cause and result of happiness, and the cause and result suffering. Negative karma is created, billion, zillion, numberless eons of truth, then to experience the result of happiness, the result of suffering. So that could be minute to minute, but it could be hour to hour, minute to minute, minute before create the cause, suffering or happiness, then experience the result of happiness or suffering next minute. So that, so create came from your mind, came from your mind. So, the happiness or suffering, whatever you experience, is created by your mind. You can understand, you take the cause, not came from God or came from somewhere else or some other person or some other animal. No, it's from you, from your mind. To be understood, it came from your mind. So a minute before, the hour before, was in even the same day. But in this life, then between many lifetimes, then billion, zillion, trillion eons, numberless eons between the cause and the result of happiness or suffering. Like that. So temporary mind. The tenant virtue, whatever we experience in this life, tenant the suffering, so I think we are all take one time. So I think but maybe it's a good just for mental one. So this just to get idea, those who haven't heard, don't know, haven't heard, but you have to remember. But those who haven't heard, then must know that how it's created by the mind. Your suffering is created by your mind, negative mind. Your happiness is created by your positive mind. So important. That is the what. You see, that's how the Buddhism is scientific. That's how the Buddhism is so scientific. There are many thousands of religions, but Upanishad says when you compete with Western science, then what comes together, what comes together with the Western science is the Buddhism. This is so go through the Western science. So this as the scientific goes deeper and deeper, or that they're checking external phenomena, the mind, that comes close to Buddha Dharma, things like that. So that is one. So you can see that by learning Buddhism, then you know it is totally in the life, it's in your hand whether you give yourself freedom, whether you don't give freedom to you, or whether you give freedom to you, whether you have freedom or not. So it's totally depends on how you use your mind, how you use your mind, how you live your life, how you use your mind. That is the explanation how you live your mind, positive or negative. So that's what whether your life is living in the suffering constantly, one happens that constantly, or the many hundreds sufferings, problems, or you see your life is living in the renunciation, contentment, satisfaction, contentment, renouncing desire. Then you are living your life, your mind is living in satisfaction, contentment, and great happiness, peace. So like that, you see. That. Then I tell you one thing. On top of that is. Maybe I tell this. This is very important. On top of that, Didar Panra Majana Gayam Sune Michede. Don't remember the next word. And the end or the essence is, I just read the exact word from Buddha chapter. Yada Paramachana Kayapsuna Michede. So here, conclusion is that then, so receiving harm from others to you undeserved. Because I harmed in the past. I harmed in the past, you see? So I harmed the past. So because of that result, now I receive harm. So I'm deserved. I'm deserved. No, it's not deserved. Therefore I'm deserved. You see? So you accept. You accept. You accept. You see. So the conclusion there it says, so when you receive harm from others, then you see, I'm deserved. Bodhisattva Shendadeva said. So you see, according to self-cherishing thought, according to dictatorship self-cherishing thought, that, oh, I can kill others, I can harm others, you can do anything, any harm to others, but nobody say even bad words to you. Not only cutting your body or but even bad word, even one bad word, or even bad word looking at you, somebody with the eyes, or bad word looking. You see, so nobody, you say, go to your subjection thought, nobody can harm me. Nobody can harm me, even words. You see, that's what self-judgment is totally illogical. I can, Paramahansa, I can harm, kill anybody I don't like. I can do that. I can do that, you see? Anybody. But nobody can harm to me. This is very illogical. You see? Nobody can say any bad, even one bad words. This is very strange, very illogical. You see, you understand? Yeah. So this is what we every day. This is what we practice. I mean, myself, of course. So this is always what myself I practice. I can do any harm to others, but nobody can harm me. Nobody put down me, nobody can harm me. You see, this was self-mind. Oh, so that's why. When you do that, then it's very illogical. I don't know that English word. Very illogical. So people don't like when you do that. People don't like. People hate you. You understand? So like Syria, like some of the countries, the leader that think that then so much harm come to your population, your country population, your world. As you have power, then you use the wrong way. Killed 100,000, so many 100,000 again. Want your power, use the wrong way. One person use the power wrong way. Can you imagine? So many people have to die, have to suffer. Refugees. Then they try to escape away from your country. They get drowned in the water so many times in the ocean. The boat carries so many people, then they would get drowned many times. Even recent time happened. This past week, someone was about that. So, because of the So you see, so look at, actually you see, sorry, I'm gonna talk in this, but you see it looks like this, you know, looks like this. In the school, if there's Lamrim education in the school, you see, when they were young, so Lamrim education, so you see renunciation to this life, renunciation to future life. This renouncement, desire to this life, renouncement, desire to the future life, samsara, future life, pleasure, samsara, pleasure, and the renouncement, then bodhicitta, and then emptiness, You see, if it's a kind of learned, taught, and practiced, not just only intended to learn, but it's a practice. Even without tantra, just if the learner, then see, then you become, you don't create the cause of problem all the time. The cause of problem, you see, even relating with the entities. So with the ignorance, you see, with that understanding, with that practice, you don't create. You see, living the life, by looking at everything, yourself, your action, your object, everything, sometimes nirvana, hell, enlightenment, everything, by looking at it empty, as it is empty, or then by looking at everything, yourself, your action, your object, so the whole thing then existing mere name. So by looking at how the things exist in the mere name, so this way the belief appearing truly existent. Of course, we have that now until you become enlightened, except in the eco-meditation. But you see, the wrong belief in that's completely interesting, that's completely true. So this is not there. You see, it's not there. So even effortful meditation, you see, so you don't have a strong intestine, there's wrong beliefs, so you don't create ignorance. So it helps to not create the ignorance. Interesting, that's the real. So then, other thing is looking at it, looking at yourself, you create yourself, draw yourself, your action, your object, sometimes even a hell problem, happiness, hell, enlightenment, happiness problem every day. By looking at it, by looking at it, all this appearing, existing from their own side. A real one, truly existing, truly existing, and existing by itself from its own side. So real one appear all this as real. You see, what by using our everyday language. So real. Or then you see, not believing, not totally interesting, that's true, but you see, by looking at it a hallucination as it is a hallucination. Like for example, while you're dreaming, you see, they recognize, looking at the dream as a dream. While you're dreaming, instead of totally interesting that, real, when you're looking at the dream, at the same time, you're looking at the dream as a dream. Oh, nothing true. So even though there's a whole appearance from its own side, but you see, you have no belief, or you have no belief interest in that, you see. Totally, from your heart, totally, you see, this is illusion, dream. You're looking at the dream as dream, so you don't. There's no belief at all real. Now exactly the daytime of your life, exactly same as this. Looking at the hallucination as hallucination. Not interesting, really true, no. Looking at the hallucination as hallucination. Or looking at the dream as dream. Like that. So as you pass through the sand, which hits the light of the sun, then you look back. You know that you came from there. There's no water, but you know there's no water, but your vision of water is looking at the back through the sand, you know. So like that, you see. So that's what it is. So so like that, you see. So you're so for relating me, of course, daytime life is total hallucination, and believing hallucination is real. Or that is a truly exists by nature. Something appears real, then you totally believe, this is real, real one. All that. Then also you're in the nighttime, you're in a dream. This is real, this is real. Until you wake up. For example, you become president of Singapore. In the dream, you become president of Singapore, or the president of America after Trump. You become. Trump spoke last night in the United States, long time. Finish. So it was very interesting. I think at the same time in America, there's somebody, I don't know, said that Trump should change. Trump should be not president, and so there was a country he was going to kick out. But President Trump, this is what people think. Then he didn't resign from the job, and it was quite interesting. But Trump's not there. Trump was in New York in the United Nations meeting. So anyway, it was very interesting. So he talked a long time how he developed America. I think that probably might help to him to continue the prime minister, president. Yes, I think probably he may have a lot of things to do. Anyway. So, you had dream like this. After Trump, you become president, you see. So, I mean, you see, I think you really believe, or even dream, you see, that people you really dream, and you really believe, until you wake up, you see. So, when you wake up, of course, then, not, so, that was it. Okay, all right. So, so you see, now, if the London was taught in the school and as the grown up, the children grown up, you see, sort of is a particular monks dance, the London taught and means to practice. You see, also the people. So it's like that. If we taught in school, if they leave the practice, type of practice, then you see, they get free from so much problem of life, and they can help the world, bring so much peace, happiness, and the renunciation of the which is bodhicitta, without tantra, lama, what they can help the world, so that. maybe 'Now I remember the words during the tea time. One day, dark is Semjen, then there was no budget. Teve Semjen said without no jet, did you read? Did I ponder Martin, Gang Sun, and that's so important, so important. To write, you must write down in your diary book. Then you see, then when you especially when you have problems with somebody or the problems on, I mean, many hundreds of problems at the same time or one after another. So you see, oh, I see, well, you see, so helpful. This can, it's a cause created by you, started by you, not from others, from you. But the others do to you is that because you first you create you harm to others first. Afterwards, the end of this was very, very important. Even we started, a philosophy, very extensive, subject to truth and path of method of wisdom, the goal, Dhamma, Kaya, Rupa, Kaya, but you see, these basic things, basic practice, this is the learning, the basic things. If you don't, you forget. If you learn, but you forget. You don't remember everyday life. So then you create a cause. Then you create a cause many times, because numberless times. Is this life. To suffer, you are not only this life, but future life, hundreds, millions times, on, suffer. That's the result. So this, all this happens. So if you are studying very extensive subject, but you see the basic things about karma, those things, what is taught in London, you don't practice. You see, or then after sometimes something very bad situation happens to you. I didn't do anything. I'm good. I do that. Why it happened to me this? Why it happened this problem? If something very heavy problem happens, then you might think that there's danger, even though even Buddhist long time ago. There. Yeah, this is in France, or that one translator for many years translated into Kashmir for make book and then translate teachings into French language. So see, show her body is kind of shared kind of visual kind of shape and something, but this suddenly changed. You know, white fingers, you know, kind of like that. You see, like my finger, like that. So you see, become like that. You know, body all change except the face, like that. You see, oh, then she wondered, why she doing the wrong? Like you see, she didn't think well. Oh, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Well, killing people or some like that. She must I didn't do anything wrong. Why is this happening to me? So it's incredible. You see, I mean the whole body changed. You see, you understand? So she was, how does this happen to me? Why I didn't do anything wrong? But she didn't think from beginning listening birth. Didn't think from beginning listening birth up to now. Life beginning not on this life. Life is not on this. From beginning listening birth. Didn't think. So you say all kinds of karma. You never know. All kinds of karma. All kinds of karma. All kinds of negative karma. You know, think only this life. So this one, I didn't do anything wrong. Why this happening to me? I remember she mentioned me quite a few times. So like that. Oh, so I said, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Why is this happening? So that's so I start finish this subject, okay? Oh, so that. Also, so you see, there, yes. For example, relating to negative karma, the judgment conduct. For example, the thought, the base sentencing. The thought and the action goal, you see. So the goal has you have done. So the so four things gathered. So complete karma, that the four things gathered, then it has a full suffering result, rebirth in the lower realm. For rebirth in the lower realm. So generally, also in the text, it's one eon. In the text, when you after you collect commutative virtues, non-virtuous action. So then you see trial suffering result you experience in the human life. Then the the possessors, well, I think I meant first experiencing the result of the cause. So it's very important to know that, so that you see your wife or your husband become competitive to you, not close heart, actually happy with you, close heart, happy with you. Not that, it's a competitive, always competitive challenge to compare it to, then you see it becomes like that. And then kind of it becomes the situation kind of to separate from. It kind of becomes the cause of that, you know. When I would challenge or they kind of combat competition to doesn't get not harmonious, doesn't get along. So then I think the servants they under that or the people also don't get along harmonious. No, don't get along harmonious. No. Or then that was my problem with him. So then experience and result in the cause. So like that. Then like that happens. So usually we don't think we don't. Even we are Buddhist, but you don't think, well, let it come. You don't let it come at all. Many times, a person who meditates is okay, but a person who don't meditate, your situation, what happens is bad, what the problem is, never let your karma. Or it's blame to others, or it's created by others, done by him, done by her, or blame to outside. And never pointed you, never you left out perfect. We are perfect, and all others, always whatever problem happens to you, that even your Buddhist many years ago, so like that. So that's already experience as the ultimate cause. So you have to recognize the Lamrim teaching, what you've been studying, what you heard from the Guru, or you have to remember, you have to recognize. You see, and experiencing the results of the cause is from what needs to come and what I created in the past. So you have to recognize. Then you have nothing to complain to others. You have nothing to get angry to. You have nothing to harm. There's nothing to harm, angry, kill, beat in pieces or what body, nothing to harm, because you are a mistake. So normally we don't think that. So that's the experience of the cause. So the creating the ultimate cause, that you do again. Because habit of past life, you do again this life, for example, you do again. You see, creating the ultimate cause. Even you think eating, even you think it's bad, shouldn't do, but it's that actually uncontrollably that's again. So uncontrollably. Again. So that you see, each time when you do that, and then you are creating karma. So it goes on and on. Next life, there's hundreds of millions, thousands of millions, no end to samsara suffering. No end. You make your samsara, you make your suffering samsara, no end. Now you think the creation is the cause. Instead of stealing, even you know it's bad, but you do uncontrollably. I was told by some monks. I was told, even though you know it's bad, no shouldn't do, but you say uncontrollably do the stealing with past habit, the creating the simple cause. So this I'm religious scientific conductor in particular. All of that, you see. Then possessed result to the place where you're born or where you live. Dirty, filthy, very unhealthy, such a dirty place. So even 5 minutes we have to go through, we have to cross a lot of caca and experiments, but dirty, filthy, unhygienic. You see, even 5 minutes you have to go through is the result of your past life, sexual conduct, the possessed result, result of your past life karma. All like that. So yeah, I want to mention to you, Buddha's advice. Try to remember. So this is the essence. Buddha's teaching the essence. You know, gives a full idea. The shortcomings. I wrote in the card. I made a card and I wrote the mantra that I purify 100,000. Even with the next karma, the mantra is there. By just saying the mantra. And then, you see, then after that I wrote what Buddha said about karma. I wrote that. I made cards like this. But yeah, yes, that's so important to put in the dining room, in the kitchen. So the card is so important. The mantra each time you see, it purifies 100,000 years in karma. So the download the Buddha said, so yeah, I hope I can remember that. So this, you see, the karma, negative karma you're creating is a habituation of the past. So then two things. So you see, by doing that again, it makes you to be habituated. Habituated. Makes you to rely on again negative karma. Makes you habituated in the karma, negative karma. So makes you do again. Say, oh, that very bad habituation. Oh, that's so important. Bad habituation. Life to life, no end. No end is you are making suffering sometimes, no end. Oh, is it habituation again? So, then again you depend on negative karma. You engage, you can not interpret. You engage in the karma again. You fall after the karma. So three things again. Oh, goes on, so that can give you freedom from suffering. So that nobody, you who did. So you see, therefore now all the problems, what happened in this life, what happened to you, including curable, uncurable disease you have, depression or anything. So everything, whatever happens to you, all the problems. So this is it came from you. All this just came from you, came from your mind. So you caused others, you harmed others. You come to harm the others. First, you harm the others. So now, all this problem happened. This life happened every day. There's a partner, Majan. For example, I gave the session of conduct. There's something came from you, all the result you experience. Now, it's totally came from your mind, the negative karma in the past. So, but the Shri is saying, there's a partner, Majan, if you didn't harm to others like this, nobody will harm you this life. Nobody. Nobody will harm you. Oh, like that. So, one Buddha was about to achieve enlightenment. Next dawn time, Buddha's going to achieve enlightenment in Bodhgaya. Then this evening, then 1 million Maharajs, they attack Buddha. You know, they even mountain mirrors, all kinds, but throw on him. So the bullets they throw, but they become flower to Buddha. They all become flower to Buddha. So there's no hurt to Buddha. There's no hurt. Even the Majeta sent the crazy elephant to harm Buddha. But when the crazy elephant came in front of Buddha, the elephant was prostrate, was so humble, became so humble and respect Buddha. Oh, became a crazy elephant. Therefore, Majeta sent to harm the Buddha. There's no, Buddha has no negative karma to receive harm. No negative karma. No obscuration, neither gross nor subtle, all totally ceased. So there's nothing to receive harm. So only become flower. You see, even the bullets, even the crazy elephant become like that. So humble, all like that, you see. So it is said in Bodhisattva, Tata Sangye Langchen Rudan Janam Tamjeta. So all the tigers and the singing, the lion and the snakes and do that, the single lantern, do that, and the enemy, you know, all the things. Time they send it to they go, they even rattle, all come from your mind. It's once your mind subdued, everyone subdued. You see, like Buddha, nobody can harm. Like Bodhisattva, like Buddha, nobody can harm. Even bullets become fly. So don't to do the mind. So if you have subdued our mind, and even in Bodhicitta, and it become, you see, not well. You see, the culture we have one abbot came to Losong who was an abbot in Tibet. So the Tibet warlords, and then he was an abbot of Baksa for a long time. So he had a cat. here the cat in this room. Cat sees mouse going back and forth, but cat is near the example to see. Cat was not running after the mouse. The mouse is running up and down all that, but cat is sitting with the abbot nicely, you see. Oh, that, because the cat changed mind due to abbot's bodhicitta. Due to abbot's bodhicitta, cat changed mind. Oh, you have to know that. You have to know that. Because then the cat doesn't harm mouse. Mouse going up and down. The cat is sitting there with control mind. So, okay, now that I finished. And now the third one, because I started, so. The next one, how things are created by your mind is because even right now, you see, all your things, all the things for you, all the things, what exists, it exists in the man name. Exists in man name. So, see, you see, as I gave you the example the other day, Amitabha, I think they know, they public, as they talk, I think that, as I give you example, how the I is created by your mind. If you can remember that, it's the best, is the clearest, best example. So you can see how your I is created by your mind. So your mind focusing on the 5 aggregates, you know. Then that same condition mind make up the name I, meaning which is the I. So nothing else exists, nothing else other than that. So it's exactly what it is, that. Existing mere name. So like that, all the phenomena, my body, my mind, my family, my brother, my sister, my child, so the whole thing about my enlightenment, my samsara, the whole thing is merely imputed by mind. Even though it doesn't appear to us and we don't see, we believe that everything is real. So see, reality, everything exists in mere name. Just like how you create the I in the mere name. So everything exists in mere name. So that's the reality. So yeah, like that you see. Like this. Then, particularly as I mentioned a few days ago, the Lama Tsongkhapa said, that ignorance is exaggerated and the nature of that. And then you see, the words of that, then you exaggerate, after that you exaggerate, and then you see bad and good. You exaggerate, you see bad and good, interpret that. You made differences like that, you see. And they're also by merely imputing reality. So, but of course it doesn't appear in that way. So, you see, and then after that, after all that, the attachment anger arises. On the attachment to the good one, and the anger the bad one. It's a real good and real bad appear to you, and you believe 100%. So like that. So the whole thing is the merely by the mind. You understand? Oh, so therefore you see, yeah. So therefore that is to be understood how your mind creates right now. So in the school, you see, the teacher teaches you new that you don't know. So many things are taught by teacher in the school. And also when you take the Dharma class, when you take teachings, also Guru teach you. You see, so many paths to enlightenment called the Buddha Dharma Sangha, called the Buddha Dharma, called the Sangha, and this Sabrama Samsara, then they call the Sabrama Samsara, that way you can eliminate, blah, blah, blah. So you see, there are many things. So teacher gives you name, teacher teaches the name, then you believe in that. You see, you learn the name. You learn the name. Summer, the same school, summer, all that. You see, then your mind immediately input. And then your mind immediately input. For example, so on the blackboard, you see, there was a line, there was a line like this. Art, I mean, see, when from your side is like this. So there's a line at the beginning of the blackboard, on the blackboard. You see, you don't say R, you don't say that there's a R. Okay, it's just a line. Then a teacher or your parents or somebody introduce you, this is R. This is R. Then you learn the name from the parents or from the teacher, you see, learn the name. So as a teacher, then your mind merely input on that, relating to that line, like this, so your mind merely input R. So by learning from that person, then your mind merely input R, relating to that line. You see, your mind merely input R. Your mind merely input R. You see, merely input R. So you see, then you see, input and believe in that. Believe in that, relating to that line. Then you see, after that, after your mind made input, believed that, then after that there appear R. Then after that appeared R, but you see, it's supposed to appear immediately R. What R appeared to you, it should be immediately able to R. But you see, but of course that doesn't happen to you now. So next second it appears a real R appeared. Totally projection or the decoration by your ignorance, leaving some negative imprint from beginning of birth on your mental continuum. So create that hallucination. So then the third second, then you see real R. Then you see real R there, on there. Real R there. You see the real R there. Like that, you see. So you see, it's a mind, has a made imputed R related to the line, the design. But you see, the third second, appeared as the real R is there, appeared. Then third second, you believe it's there. Oh, you understand? Oh, there. Oh, you have to know that. You have to know that. You see, yeah. You see, when your mind is immediately labeled R, is that time. That time, there is not there. There is not there. You see, when your mind is immediately imputed relating to that design. You see, it's not it. But second and third, then you believe there. You understand? Oh, you have to know these things. So, so whole life, you see, so right now you create. Right now, you see, everything created by your mind. You see, so all of that. So how things are created by your mind? So, okay. So this Buddha's teaching that overcome is so strong. The habituation, then the then three things in the future. Also in the future, you rely on Mingyao. Then you depend on the karma. Then the same karma, then engage in the non-virtue. And then just then you follow after that then like this, and then you are making the suffering samsara endless. Just from the negative karma section or then you are making suffering samsara endless. The future, you see, all that just related to one negative karma. Okay, so that so this is so important foundation for Buddhism. Okay, so I think going to say, I think maybe last time I think I read, I'm not sure. I don't remember this. Satisfying the mind of sentient being by Nagarjuna is on the basis of the teaching. I think. Yeah, but it's commented by one great Lama. So then I received a room for his own Lama, but I don't remember 100% from the Lama to come true or not. So that's no time. So you see, what causes so you if you're born, the Amitabha Pure Land, okay, so like this, like Amitabha Pure Land, then you need pure morality, otherwise you don't get born. You need pure morality from there. So then the different Pure Land, you see, yeah, so then you need realizations and things like that to be born Pure Land, like that is not easy. So you see the Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Even the ordinary being who has delusions, even very ordinary being who has delusions, not removed delusions, not realization at all, having ordinary mind delusion. Now you see why they can easily be born Amitabha Pure Land. So that is very much emphasized. Yeah. So the Amitabha Pure Land, the unbelievable, their happiness, but the sense pleasure, but it's not like that where you have like that in group, but then it becomes cause attachment and the very unbelievable attachment and obstacle for renouncing. I mean, so difficult to generate renunciation. Then of course, so difficult to generate bodhicitta. So not like that. In Pure Land, it's not like that. Different. It's not that it's causing to develop delusion. It's not that. More like that. So even the wish granting trees and it's just unbelievable the quality, every sense pleasure there. So all those beauties came from where? Came from the bodhicitta. That's why I forgot the name. Yes, the evolution, yes. All come from bodhicitta. It's visualized like this, and prayer to happen like that for sentient being. So somebody made some unbelievable prayers and visualized that this to happen for sentient being. So this happened to do that. So the benefits of bodhicitta. So it's like this unbelievable, most unbelievable benefit to sentient being. Enjoy happiness for the sentient being. So then it made it very easy the ordinary beings to be born there. So the original name or titles, yeah. But so this so if you're born there, due to your merit by miracle power, then from your hand, clouds of offerings, skies of clouds of offerings, you are able to transform from your hand. Then you make offering to Buddha. Then incredible, because this is some for many eons you don't have death. There's no death there. And then the Pure Land. From the Maitreya Buddha, since from Maitreya Buddha, Sangye Moba, into that time, there's a fortunate, there's 1,000 Buddha, there's 1,000 Buddha in the fortunate eon. So, starting from Maitreya Buddha, next Buddha, next Buddha who descended in the world, that shows the 12 deeds like Buddha did. So, up to Mopa, Sanjay Mopa, until that time, the fortunate Buddhas, fortunate time Buddha, whenever they descend in this world, in our world, then the Bodhisattvas, you see, in the Amitabha Pure Land, if you are there, then you come down. With miracle power, you come down this world and make offering to Buddha and then listen Dharma, and then they go back. And you see, they can do like this. And then also, then never hear the age, no freedom to practice Dharma. Is he being born in hell and animal predator, there's outlying countries, the long life God, the world is God, and then a heretical being, there's no place, where there's no Buddha, never descend to us. So the age, they never hear those things. And the sound of the lower realms, there's no, don't hear the sound. And then the 3% mind, the 5% mind, 3% mind, the disease and spirit harm. You never hear these things. The enemy, poverty, fight, and quarrel never happen. Then all the suffering, pain, all those, then you never hear. Then you were born in blissful realm. Then everyone practices the peerless ascent, the Mahayana teaching. Then you receive all the happiness and the scented smells, and then winds may all flower rain from the space. Then you see from the trees and water and lotus, and from all those you have one beautiful forms and sound and smell and taste and water. Then offerings like clouds or offerings, the enjoyment. Always rises. Then there's no woman in the Pure Land, but there's the offering goddesses. So one beautiful offering goddesses always make offerings, and then there's a bird and trees, which kind of trees, and waters and music. And if you wish to listen, then everything makes a Dharma sound. Every sound is Dharma. Or like that. Then when you don't want to listen, then it stops. And then it happens whatever you like. The weather, warm, cold, whatever you wish, it happens. Exactly according to which everything happens. Then you see, you go to Pure Land. From there, you go to many Pure Land. In the morning, in the evening, you can go to many Pure Land to offering the Buddhas. Like that, yeah. So, it's unbelievable. So now you see, the cost is one Pure Land, therefore. Thinking of the beauties, the thinking of the Kasore, all the unimaginable, all the beauties and then all the qualities of the Pure Land. So thinking that again. That's one cause to be born there. So you see, when you're dying, so suddenly death happens. So that time, you see, you don't think this world. You see, you think the Pure Land. So, yeah, well, when your doctor says, you're dying, going to die, what are you Pure Land? All the qualities, you see, that is described. So, the mind, then you're not interested here. See what is the suffering. So So like that. So that makes very easy mind to shoot there, to run there. See, that's one. Then another one is you collect so much merit. Everyday life you collect so much merit. You see, what especially with the bodhicitta. So the bodhicitta, then you collect more than sky merit. You see, with the bodhicitta sky. What they use. Therefore, you need to start lamdrim. Without starting lamdrim, then yeah. So even you try to collect merit, it doesn't become dharma. It doesn't become virtue. Even you call dharma. I'm doing dharma, but not necessarily become pure dharma. It becomes only dharma. So yeah, you really have to know lamdrim. So yeah. So you see bodhicitta, then you see the merit felt whom you collect with the motivation that you collect most merit is bodhicitta. The whom you object with whom you collect most merit is the guru. You see the numberless Buddha, and then you see if you have a glass of water or the candy or something there, or you collect more great merit than offering to numberless Buddha, numberless Dhamma, numberless Sangha. Oh, and then statues, numberless statues, numberless stupa, numberless sculpture. Oh, the Shing, Samba Shing. Then the Jungabo material that you most merit by the objects, by the phenomena. Sorry, I don't remember now. I have to think because so then you see body. Then you see body by living advanced precepts. When you collect merit, for example, when you make offering to the monasteries, nuns, or the even centers, the students, you are making offering, if you take it advanced precepts in that day, because it's only for one day, the precepts is all one day. So, yes, other the 8 precepts or the 8 minor precepts, the special order. But then you make offering to monastery or the youth center or the student or whatever. So you collect so much merit, unbelievable merit by living the ordination. So like that, you see. So therefore, those who are living in the vow, 5 for example, precepts, you live in vow, 1 vow, 2 vow, 3 vow, 5 vow, 8 vows, and even 8 precepts, or the Gittul, 36 vows, the Gallon, 250 vows, and then 360 or 61, 63 or something like that. Anyway, so then you see you collect Catholic merit, making offering Buddha Dhamma, Sangha, whatever you say, teaching, giving teaching, and whatever, charity, whatever. Unbelievable, so much merit you collect. So I think maybe I left out one, maybe. So in the London is mentioned. So yeah, so the dedicated to be born Pure Land. you create someone made their life, then you were born, dedicated to be born Pure Land. All the three. That's the common. Uncommon one is bodhicitta. So, practicing bodhicitta, that's the uncommon cause to be born Pure Land. For them, being Maya, take it to be region, bring minus, and then you were born there. There's a particular cause. But you see now, the three others, the common cause, but not necessary all the time, the four causes, because, for example, if you recite the Meditative Buddha mantra, all that makes you be born Pure Land, Amitabha Pure Land. Then there are other mantras. So easy to born there in the Amitabha Pure Land. The Lama Tsongkhapa mentioned in the Devachika Molam, the prayer to born blissful realm, the Amitabha Pure Land. Shinjo Goje, the opening door of the sublime field. You see, by reciting even just mantras, it's so easy to born all that, not necessarily all the time four, but generally there are four like this, to be born Pure Land. And then, for example, another one, other advice is, wherever you're going, then you see you are going shopping or pilgrimage or trekking or whatever, you're going to, So always think you're going for Pure Land. Amitabha Pure Land, wherever you want to go. Within Pure Land, but see, here Amitabha Pure Land, then you see wherever you're going, I'm going to Amitabha Pure Land. So the mind gets used to it, mind gets always used to it. So when you die, then very easy to born there. And so like that, to get habituated. And then also, that method is your central of the your center, the head. So to not touch the door, drawer like this. So the drawer or so like the car, or, do not touch this one out there. You see, those also mentioned as a preparation, and then also. Then any dead human being or insects, you see, then you do the power. If you do power, transcending the consciousness in Pure Land, you see, anybody you see dead, and you do power, and that's also preparation. It becomes a preparation for you to be born in Pure Land. So the other one is this prayer, you see, this initiation, it happened to the Lama, so he had a vision of the Amitabha Buddha like mountains. Yes, Sakadawa, on the seventh day, he saw a huge Amitabha Buddha in the Genesis and Vajrapani. Many visions one he saw. Then he received the initiation, the Amitabha Buddha initiation. This is what I'm doing too. And the actual practice to each of that. Then he saw Amitabha Buddha again. So he was given to prayer. The pilgrimage was given by Amitabha Buddha to keep the dream. So he received the power, or the oral transmission of power from Amitabha. This very sharp, this power transfer. Power means transparent content in the Pure Land. So the best one day. The training in the power retreat 1 day, middle one 2 days, last one 3 days. And then if you do the retreat power, then you get the Kasuri sign. If your visualization is clear, then the crown here gets swollen. Then the blood comes from here, boiled or blood comes from the center. Then he received Retum Dojita. I think Milarepa's disciple, Retum Dojita, in his hymns, he said, Raji Shokwa Jangshan, if you can stretch out the wings of the mantras, then easy to go to Pure Land. If you do the retreat of this, so I think normally I think that's the year says 3 days, but I think 5 days or something like that. The power, train the power. Buddha said, "Don't jumbo, jidin can do, Buddha said the great 1,000 or 3,000 galaxies, the Kajuri, 1,000. That's first one. Then like that 1,000, 1,000. That's second 1,000. Then like that 1,000, 1,3rd. Then that's the great 1,000, 3,000. So you completely fill up with the jewels. You totally fill up with the jewels. Then they make charity. That, and then you remember Amitabha Buddha, and then the Pure Land, or the blissful Pure Land, Amitabha's Pure Land. If you generate 1 second, devotion to Amitabha Buddha and blissful Pure Land, Amitabha's Pure Land, then if you put palm together, then merit, you collect so much greater merit. By hearing Amitabha Buddha's name, then you see, you rise to faith, devotion in 1 second. Then you collect unbelievable merit. That becomes small. The great 1,000, 3,000 galaxies, you see, you fill up with the jewels. You fill up with the 7,000 jewels. make charity. So the marriage, the one becomes so small, then one second rise faith to Amitabha and Amitabha Pure Land, so much more. And then you become no returning from enlightenment. Yeah, please repeat. Okay, on the yeah, I think I really. Oh, they didn't have time to go through my rest, but so I think oh, then okay, there's samsara, all the natural suffering, you know. Or it's like living in the burning fire. Want to recognize samsara and natural suffering, how it is natural suffering. That's like being you. So even each second, it's like unbelievable, like being in the center of the fire, hot red, and being in the center of fire. You see. So like that, you see the iron house. One is fire, totally red. So your body, your negative body is there. So like that. So you can't stand even a second. And so like that. Or like that, like sitting on the tip of needle up. Then you're sitting on the needle, or the thorn bushes. Your negative body sitting in the thorn bushes, all like that. So, it's like your body is in the septic, inside the septic tank, you know, the toilet, all the things like that, all like that. You see, if you recognize samsara, you realize how that's the true suffering, and then all like that. Or that so to be free from that, and it should be bliss state, peace, Lord Nibbana is no, not that, even not that, and yeah, cherishing the I is causes suffering to yourself and causes suffering to numberless sentient beings. To not only some sentient beings, but numberless sentient beings. It is harming from beginningless rebirth to numberless sentient beings. Oh, cherishing the I. So cherishing others, and that brings you to enlightenment, cherishing others. All the happiness causes all happiness up to enlightenment yourself. Then causes to every single hell beings, hungry gods, animals, human beings, sura, asura, numberless sentient beings. Your causes all the happiness up to enlightenment. All the happiness, this life, happiness, future lives, happiness, bliss, peace, freedom, samsara, Lord Nibbana, then great Nibbana, enlightenment, you cause all the happiness up to enlightenment through numberless sentient beings, numberless sentient beings. So you have to know that. So cherishing others, if you cherish others, whenever you cherish others, it causes that. You're living life in cherishing others. If you live the life cherishing others, like that. So now therefore, Since all your happiness, past, present, future, all the happiness came from the received by the kindness, numberless, helpless, hunger, gods, animals, human beings, up to enlightenment, all the happiness you receive from every sentence, past, present, future, all the kind of by taking refuge to the Dhamma Sangha, then frees you from samsara, no, from the lower realm, frees you from samsara, frees you from lower nirvana. It causes to achieve enlightenment. It causes to you to be free from you to cause sentient beings free from samsara and bring them to peace, happiness, to enlightenment. So this numberless Dhamma Sangha, where it came from every helping, every hunger was, every helping, every hunger, every animal, every human being, every asura, every asura, every intermediate, from everyone, every mosquito, every ant, every shells, every chickens, every fish, and so it was so precious, so precious, so precious, so precious, so precious, so kind, so kind, so kind, so kind. And then they all have been your mother from beginningless rebirth, like this person, the mother, beginningless rebirth, sent all every sentence being have been your mother numberless times from beginningless life, and they've been kind to this. I mentioned, I gave you human body, especially then, protect your life danger from hundreds of danger every day. Then they build so much hardship for you. Then they give education. All this was somebody can't do so therefore then you need to free you need to repeat the kindness to them, and you need to free the sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering causes, and you need to cause of the happiness to numberless sentient beings, and you need to do that by yourself alone. Even though there are numberless Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, but you need to do that alone, because all that kindness, as I mentioned earlier, is sending to you, the most dear to you, most precious, most wish fulfilling to you. So therefore, then they should be freed from all the suffering and bring to enlightenment by yourself alone. For you to do that, you must achieve state of omniscience, state of omniscient mind, all that, for that reason, then, to be born in Pure Land, you don't become enlightened this life here. Don't then become born in Pure Land, and then you see here it says, you see, here it says that to achieve enlightenment quickly. So I saw in the teaching, Kiduraga said that. You get born in Pure Land, after that, then you become enlightened. He said, the life that you get born in Pure Land, after that, then you become enlightened. He said that. So the quick way to achieve enlightenment. So instead of, you see, circling in samsara, experience all the 6 types of suffering, realms, without end, special to achieve enlightenment, for sentient, to have the sentient. Oh, okay. So then I'm going to take this Amitabha, the Genshin route, attaining the Pure Land. That was wrong. So there's there's prayer commitment. Tijishawa Gombo, the Mavala Charter, Tijishawa with such needs, and Gombo's savior about the Mavala Charter, limitless light, Buddha is Amitabha Buddha, Charter is process. That's one. Then next one, the Tijishawa Gombo, Sangye Sabama Charter, and Buddha, Buddha Amitabha, Sangye is Buddha. Sabha means unfathomable, like Buddha. All that you recite this too. Amitabha Amitabha in the Tibetan text is Amitabha Devashi, but the Papanga's text like like in the Chinese way it was Nama Amitabha Nama Amitabha, Nama is the prostration, Nama Amitabha. So, but I saw the Papanga's text, Om Amitabha. I saw that. Om Amitabha. Yeah. Shri, I think might be Shri. So there's a Shri, I think syllable of the Amitabha Buddha. Namo Ame. In the Tibetan text, normally the common ones, Om Ami Dewa Shri. All that. So in the Pamanga text, I saw Amami or Om Amitabha. There was a she so all of that. Okay, so then you see, like that on Mala. Then at the end, when you finish, may I be born Pure Land, Amitabha Pure Land. All that. If you recite that, just even if you just that, then no obstacles. Like that eagle, 2 wings, flying so far, or that like that, you see, you're able to go to our Pure Land without any obstacle. So that's it, okay?